people, then sure.
I mean, that is what I'm sticking with, because I put in here from independent musician from pop star sensation. That's right.
Woo! See, that's the goal, though. So forward thinking.
Absolutely. Because you mentioned John, behind the scenes, the last time we hear that your songs are actually playing on top 40 stations.
Yeah, they're actually. I think you might be thinking of Rachel, but because she just recently had a song out there. Yeah, a good friend that came on here with me before. Her song just cracked top 30, but mine are kind of under wraps at the moment because I wrote a ton of songs with this woman, and she discovered Lady Gaga. Her name is Wendy Starland, and she's fabulous. She's an amazing writer, amazing singer, an amazing businesswoman, and so she discovered Lady Gaga, helped her get a record deal, all that jazz. And so I'm working with her right now, and we recorded 8 amazing songs with some awesome producers in LA. And so I actually can't release them as of current, well, except for Flames in the Dark, which we'll hear later. But I actually can't release them yet because they could potentially be for label talkings and everything. So that could be a cool thing.
Yes, because I was looking past that show, trying to find the clip. Like I couldn't find the clip. I could have sworn it was you. So okay, my mistake.
Oh, that's okay. We have similar musical styles, but she's fab.
Yeah, I've been going to try to message her, say hey, she wants to return to the show too, but I haven't got a chance to do that yet. I know she's on the group, so she's always seeing a post, so I need to go in there and say, hey, do you want to come on the show too? It'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you invited me. This was lovely.
Yes,
this has been lovely and will continue to be lovely.
Yes, and you can always come back as many times as you want to. Even chime in when you're not a guest.
Ooh, cool.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we have past artists that call in at different points, either just to chat with us or to talk to whoever our current guest is. And yeah, we'd love to have you back on any point, pretty much.
Yep.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we welcome any musicians to come back. I mean, we have Sean from a service session comes on all the time.
He's our current regular caller for the moment, so he's our champion in that area.
Mm-hmm. And then Sean from Maximus also comes back every now and then in the chat room. He doesn't call in yet, but that could change. But he's always in the chat room. And Archangel, Angela, they sometimes come in. So yeah, musicians are always welcome to come back, come in the chat room, stir up trouble.
Stir up trouble, I like that part. That's the best part.
Absolutely. So what else you got planned going on besides getting yourself into a label?
Well, and aside from going on another one of these tours, those are my main focuses, but also it's getting my U.S. work visa, which is a very long process, but it's almost done, and I'm super excited to finally submit it after about a year of working on it. So
good.
It's gonna be good.
Really, it takes about a year to get a visa?
Oh yeah, it takes a long time.
Oh, and wow. See, people wonder how there's so many people here in the U.S. that aren't documented, and why we were having some kind of an immigrant problem. It's because the bureaucracy and the red tape to get some of these small things done is just, it takes so long, and people can't wait, They're trying to feed families and stuff.
It's way too long. Like, honestly, I've been working on a year because you have to get, 7 letters of recommendation and, 1 billion other things, and you're, writing down every performance you've ever done in your whole entire life. It's it's a long process, and so, I mean, it's going to feel good, when I get it. It's going to feel excellent when I've succeeded, because it's going to be probably the longest project I've ever worked on. Geez.
So why would you need 7 references? That's something new to me, so...
Yeah, it's 7 reference letters.
From who?
3 job offers from people that you've worked with in the music industry.
Oh.
And then 3 job offers from people that live in the States. also, what else do you need? You need, I'll have to remember here. Letters, and then you have to write down every performance you've ever done in your whole life.
What?
And have picture proof of each of those.
Wow. Well, good thing you've been doing since you're 5, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my god, no kidding.
Wow, that's a lot of work. But yeah, it's going to pay off when you get a chance to it.
Yeah, that's what the hope is. Like, that's what makes it all feel a little better.
So you can come to Tacoma here pretty soon, and I can give you a real hug.
Oh my goodness, exactly.
Yay!
See, that's better.
Absolutely.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Mm-hmm. So your Bully tour is going to come down here in the States when that comes finalized?
Yeah, hopefully. That's we're going to be, the October one's probably just going to be in Canada again, but farther along. And then we're hoping to keep traveling until finally we get to the States.
Perfect.
That would be very cool.
Cool. Absolutely. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be really cool. I would really enjoy that.
Me too. That'd be so much fun. Okay, so I have Spider, do you have anything you want any questions asked before going into the song and a break?
Well, just a kind of a minor question. As far as like touring in the U.S., of course, it's there's so many different levels to it, but it's like universally one of those. Really, you just do a string of big cities across the whole U.S. You try to hit pretty much everywhere, East Coast, West Coast. In Canada, they're a bit more spread out, and your major cities are a little bit more concentrated. So when you think about doing a tour across Canada, how far out do you go? Do you stick primarily to most of the main city areas, or do you try to get out to a lot of the outlying provinces?
It's actually quite a mix. We find that with this last tour that we went on, we focused on British Columbia, which is a province in Canada, and then Alberta, which is the province I live in. And we focused mostly on those areas. And we actually went into all sorts of outlying areas. We had some in the main city, but then we had total, towns that you've never even heard of. And because their bullying problems are sometimes even more than actual regular school people. Because they all know each other. That's the problem.
Yeah, small town syndrome. I came from small towns as I was growing up, and it was always like if something happened across town, everybody in town knew about it.
Oh yes,
exactly.
I lived in Gig Harbor, and it's called Purdy, Washington. It's kind of a little bit of ways from Gig Harbor. So if anything happened in Purdy, Washington, you pretty much know everyone knew about it. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But since Purdy, Washington, and Gig Harbor kind of expanded, now we can get away with it now.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the small town syndrome. It happens so often.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the town that I went to school in, when I was in high school, we got our very first McDonald's, and it was such a big deal. It was like, everybody's like, wow, we got a fast food place. Every kid worked there at some point, just, because it was the only place like that in town, and that would hire, young kids right off the bat that wasn't family owned. And it's just funny because there's not too much else apart from that there now. It's still the only recognizable franchise place in town.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, small towns are odd, but you gotta love them because they're cute, they're quaint.
Oh yeah, and they raise you with good values a lot of times.
Sometimes
you have lots of friends. You have a lot of friends. That's
True.
Good news.
Yes, and everybody does know everybody, and they get in your business even they are not supposed to. But hey, what can you do? You're never gonna get in trouble. Because if
exactly, that's true.
Yeah, if you get in trouble, someone will tell your mom sometime down the food chain, so, you know. All right, so I have Make a Change queued up. So since you're talking about your tour, this is a great song to come up because you are making changes.
Yes, that is the goal. That's the main goal, I have to say.
So is that the whole point of the song, that you're making change?
Yeah, it's basically I wrote the song along with Will You Ever Be Mine. I co-wrote it with a friend named Nick, and we decided that we wanted to write a song that kind of, you know, had a nice changing message, an uplifting message to make a change in all sorts of things around the world. And so we decided to write this song, and I always love it. It's a bit different from my usual style. It's more acoustic, but it's still a really fun song to have created, and I still love it.
Cool. All right, guys. So here's Mackenzie Dayle. Make a change, and we'll take a small break. We'll be right back with Mackenzie Dayle. Enjoy. Make a change.
Join us on the June 22nd episode of Let's Talk About the Music, when we'll be taking a break from the music and talking with musicians and band managers about the truth and lies behind the scenes of the music industry. It all gets underway at 8 p.m. Wednesday, June 22nd, right here on Let's Talk About the Music.
Hey everyone! Want to know how you can help Let's Talk About the Music stay on the air and earn some VIP privileges at the same time? Go to patreon.com/LTATM radio to find out how you can get involved. That's patreon.com. let's talk about the music.